Agent Wild, were you asked to help analyze the data location, cell phone data location and cell phone of Zach Hughes?
Yes.
So how did you obtain the information? Well, what information did you obtain in your efforts to analyze them?
So from the solicitor's office, I obtained the phone records in electronic format, as well as the cell phone download was in an electronic format. And then with the download, I had to go in and pull out the location data so I could look at it and do what I do with it.
And as far as pulling it from the cell phone, what software do you rely on to help you read that information?
I used Cellbrite. I believe it's called Cellbrite Reader. It's just like it's another version of Cellbrite Physical Analyzer.
And what does Cellbrite Reader do?
So it grabs the raw data and it kind of processes it, or it does process it into a usable format. And again, it splits it out. So if we just have like a big bucket of data, it just spits it out into images, text, I just said images, pictures, videos, text messages, phone call logs, location data. It just kind of splits it out into all those categories. So I took the raw data, I put it in Cellbrite, and then I took the location data and then I exported that out because that's really what I was focusing on.
And then when you look at the exported location data in this particular case, do you just take it at its word, or do you do some underlying analysis to verify its authenticity?
Oh no, you can't just take it at its word. So the location data is sourced from multiple different places on the phone, depending on what kind of applications you have running or the user has running. So it kind of splits it out into different chunks, and there's different parts that are more reliable than other types. And so I try to focus on the most reliable data set that I can.
Now, in preparation for your testimony today, did you create a PowerPoint describing what you did?
Yes, sir.
With the cell phone data from Zach Hughes and actually the download of Zachary Hughes' cell phone?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to show you. States Exhibit 174. And see if you recognize that.
Yes, sir. This is the thumb drive with my report on it.
And State moves 174 into evidence.
No objection. No objection. 174.
All right, well, we're going to throw this up on the screen right here. I'm even going to give you a laser pointer.
All right. Thank you, sir.
That's it.
Perfect.
And you'll just say next slide whenever you're ready. And
Yes, sir.
Mr. Hofer will click it for you, and
All right.
we can move on. So you prepared, is this the presentation that you prepared for this jury?
Yes, it is.
All right, and so what are you attempting to share with this, in general, with this jury?
In general, I'm going to share the general location through cell phone records and the cell phone download of the device associated with Mr. Hughes during certain time periods that are relevant to the case.
And again, so it's two pieces of data. It is Mr. Hughes' cell phone records
Yes, sir.
to his phone, as well as his actual phone that you received the data on.
Yes,
And do you distinguish between those two in this report?
I do.
All right. Now, is there anything interesting about the cell phone data that you received in this particular report?
The cell phone
How many
records.
cell phone records?
Yeah, so the cell phone records I received in this for this case, they're from Verizon. Usually Verizon provides a report that has the